This podcast is sponsored by Mad Hatter's Hideaway, 2334 Culver Road, Rochester, New York, 14609. Stop down today for all your smoke and vape accessories.
Stay lit, stay informed.
Welcome to the ErbaQuest podcast. Introducing your ErbaQuest team, Yuli V, John Z, Logan P, and Justin C. They're bringing you what's burning in cannabis entertainment, events, vendors, cultivation, and culture. So grab your fucking bong. Damn son, who's the plug? And enjoy the show.
All right, what's up, Goonies? What's going on? I'm Yuli V, and I'm back this week feeling better than ever. Energy is on a million. We are absolutely stoked for today's show. We're bringing you our first guest and actually our new official sponsor, our hydroponics sponsor of the show, and that's Rochester Hydroponics. So please, everyone, welcome Sammy.
How you doing?
How you doing, Sammy?
Doing fantastic.
So that's going to be awesome. So we're going to have a few questions for her. We're super stoked about this sponsor. And but before we get into that, I just wanted to kind of get into what we did over Thanksgiving. We did a little donation run. It was support, show love for the community.
Huge thank you to everybody who supported that.
To be honest, I got chills because literally I just reached out, to friends of the show, people that we're, committed, to just helping out and pushing each other to do better. And man, what a response.
Overwhelming.
I don't even want to say everything right now because I'm going to, do something special for everyone that did contribute because wow, man, it was just insane. So, but I do want to shout out Nature's Little Helper, Kev, because he did come out with me. I know everyone had their stuff going on. He didn't really have a lot of plans, so we packed up a lot of meals. I think we gave out about 27 meals, and that meal was like a whole Thanksgiving, like 3 different desserts. Awesome. We gave out socks, gloves, hats. Shout out Dollar Tree because I went in there and I was like, "Yo, I need hats and gloves," and she pointed at this little rack, and I was like, "Nah, I need boxes.
Give me your store."
Yeah. I need it all. I need it all. So she took me in the back and gave me a bunch of that. So that was awesome. Now, if you haven't heard it yet, though, also check out the information for the Christmas Cure. It's December 11th, and we're also going to be helping throw the VIP event after. I know that we are going to do a little bit different entertainment than everyone usually does.
Music.
I'm pretty sure we got some comedians coming there.
We got comedians
because let's be honest, everyone gets begged. You like hearing music, but who doesn't like to laugh, right? So
that'd be a good feature.
Yes, that one's going to be awesome.
Christmas Cure.
And of course, we got to remind you about the Rock City Carnival. That's coming up December 18th. That's hosted by #Hydro. We are actually going to be, you're going to be able to see the very first Rock City Flame Off. That one is sponsored by yours truly, ErbaQuest, who, was asked by Mad Hatters, who is our sponsor. Shout out Mad Hatters for the podcast, to sponsor them in the Rock City Flame Off. So that's going to be awesome. But it's going to be a grueling battle, and the winner gets to take home $2,000 in prizes. So you're definitely not going to want to miss that one. Make sure you show up and show out for that one.
Without further ado, we are going to move forward into the highlight of the show, right? We were going to go ahead and talk to Miss Samantha here about Rochester Hydroponics, our new sponsor. Thank you guys so much for agreeing to do that.
You guys are awesome.
Extremely grateful. But we are super interested in getting into kind of how Rochester Hydroponics got its start. I know it used to go by a different name. I don't know if you want to bring that up on the show or not, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that up to you. But I would love for you to kind of tell us a little bit when, where, why, how Hydro got its start.
Where, when.
And we're probably going to jump in and pick that apart, Yeah.
I mean, hey, that's okay. So basically, it was about 10 years ago. It was my father who was working and building up another competitor's store. But, obviously, kind of everyone has their differences. We decided that it's better for him to go forward, move on, open his own store. So we did. And we called it All Season Hydroponics for the longest time. We opened it was about 2011, 2012 area because I was actually, oddly enough, in high school. So this was my very first job, and obviously I'm still here. So
That's awesome.
Must have
Beautiful.
since 2012, we had it.
That is awesome.
It's pretty crazy. 4 years ago, we incorporated. We had to change our name because someone else incorporated under the original name we had. So we decided why not support our hometown and name it after it. So that's why we became Rochester Hydroponics.
Beautiful. Love the name. I mean, it's tattooed right here on my hand. Rock City Flower.
Hey.
Right. You guys are right in my backyard, literally.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so nice.
He can jump over the fence and come shopping.
If you got a tennis ball that hits your door, it came from me. You just literally lob one
I got
away.
some frisbees. Want to play?
Oh man. Quick question, Logan. Would you be able to catch a frisbee right now after doing that dab?
Yeah, 110%. Maybe not the first one that was kind of nasty, but.
So let me ask you this, Sammy. So what effect has New York State legalization had on your business?
Well, with it still not being actually completely legal to grow, we've seen quite a big increase. A lot of people come in, based on just getting their own knowledge to get ready to start up. The people who didn't really want to wait, but at this point, doesn't really matter. No one's going to come and start harassing you because you got a couple plants growing.
Right.
It's just...
Right. They're not even looking for it.
Nobody's growing.
Not
Nobody's
anymore.
Nobody's growing. They're all just getting ready for when
Yeah.
New York says
Yeah.
it's legal.
You
They
want to
just
make sure
wanna
you
be
have it.
prepared.
Exactly.
Yes, everyone
They're
needs to be
just getting
prepared. That's why they come in. They start getting all their questions answered, start figuring out, their pricing and everything, what they're going to need, how they want to do it.
They got so deep into their research that they're like balls deep into powdery mildew and are trying to figure it out ahead of time.
Let me ask you this, and this is just out of nowhere, kind of just off what we're saying. What's like your most highest rated selling product? Like what do you sell the most?
Probably lighting. A lot of people are
Okay.
learning to start switching lighting around.
And I'm gonna be honest, I was in there probably 3 times already since we actually first came and met you. And you guys have like really, really cost-effective lighting. Like just it doesn't hurt your pockets. I see a lot of other places I've been, not even local, just all around, that are just super, super expensive. I'm just, oh my God, I would never be able to do that. But yeah, you guys are very, very cost efficient for sure.
We try. We know that hard times are hard, so whatever we can do to help the community is what we do.
Awesome.
What type of lights are we pushing forward?
LED right now. That's what we're all using in our own houses. It's what we've learned so far has been the best. I mean, obviously, we used to be stuck in our ways. We were the hardcore, use HPS and the metal halides. It took a while for us to first switch to 315s. And oh my God, to get us to start using LEDs, that was like pulling teeth. We didn't want to believe anything.
Ceramic, you're talking about the CMH, right?
Yeah, that's what we were using and pushing for so long.
Those were pretty efficient for what they were, as far as HID lighting goes, right?
They were.
And so it was hard to convince anybody else because those Blurple lights came on the market in 2012.
Isn't that what I have?
Yeah, but like even earlier than that though. And honestly, dude, if you were to have grown with an HPS compared to that, you wouldn't think that Blurple light does great. But
the Blurple. I like it.
But
everyone loves their Blurple lights.
Now let me go ahead.
They do work though. The Blurple lights work. They're okay. And if you only have a few bucks, it's a great way to get started and start learning the plants. However, if you just spend like an extra $100 off the rip, you could probably get a really nice light that is a nice even white spectrum that isn't gonna look like it's pink when you take a picture, and that is more friendly to what that plant is used to being in. It's more simulated to what daylight is
because the
like.
ones that have the more white to them, they actually more mimic the sunlight, and that's what plants love.
Right.
Now let me ask you this, Sammy. Do you have cultivation experience
So
in anything? Obviously, like any type of field.
right. So for me, it's more of, my experience for the plants I have in the store. So all my fruits, my trees, my vegetables. At home, I've had vegetable gardens. I have my own house plants. But I base all of my experience off of, listening to customers, listening to Dad, because he's got so many years of experience. So.
What's your favorite veggies to grow? I have a horticulture degree, so I might be able to draw some parallels.
Let's see. Probably carrots and beans.
Carrots.
Okay, I love
right,
carrots and I like beans, so it's probably why they're my favorite.
Yep.
But carrots,
So-
because you can actually watch them grow into the ground, and beans, because who doesn't like a really obnoxious vining plant that just goes everywhere and takes over everything?
Well, yeah,
We've
that's
got
awesome.
we had peppers in here, and the ones that we did have, we had a couple crazy ones. I don't remember exactly which ones. But, I've tasted all these different peppers. I'm a hothead. I have no fear pretty much when it comes to it.
Stop
Then
it. I'll bring you some Reapers right now that'll rock your world.
I got some hot sauce for you over there.
Run over there right now. Just go over there.
Man, you're brave, because I think I did one of the habaneros I had. I did like this, like that, and I was like, like for an hour. Like you can ask my fiance. I was dying. I was licking a frozen package of carrots. So that was the only way that it soothed it. Now let me ask you. So obviously you like doing the plants, the gardening. That's awesome. Do you plan on using the cultivation experience that you have to like kind of do something else once the laws and rules are set in stone?
Absolutely. I would love to, once I have my own place, I'm not renting anything, I would love to grow for myself. I don't want to do any of the other crazy stuff. We're all more of, we have to do it for personal and just focus on the business.
That's awesome. Love it. Love it. More for medication or recreation?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
I mean, we all have our reasons to use it. I mean, it does have the medical benefits, but I also just enjoy being a little fucked every once in a while.
We're all fucked, right? We're all fucked.
Pretty
Even our
much.
listeners out there. I'm sure you all are a little bit fucked in your own ways. That's awesome. That's awesome. So let me ask you, with Rochester Hydroponics, like, do you guys have any like customer programs, appreciation, or like frequent shopper programs or anything like that?
So we really don't have anything like too set in stone. I mean, we do offer normal discounts. We have veteran discounts because, got to support the veterans.
Shout out veterans. We got one right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do
man.
you do stackable discounts?
I mean, that'd be pretty cool. But I don't know. I don't have an answer to that one. I know that if you spend certain amounts of money, so after like $500, we start giving you 5% off.
Beautiful. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. So that's kind of like an incentive.
Is there any?
It is.
Are there any products that you have an exclusive agreement with that that people can't get anywhere else?
Not anything exclusive. We just try to keep up with what's new on the market.
Cool.
We're sitting in front of the computer waiting to do our orders. So we have all of our inventory here. Anything that's new.
You shouldn't want to work
listen
with
to our
those
customers.
people anyway.
We listen to our customers. If there's something they want, like we just brought in a product for a guy because he's been asking us for it. We did it with a couple of them recently.
What is it?
That's fantastic.
We just brought in Coast and Maine and the Guy Green products.
Ooh.
Yes, we've been asked a few times for some of those to get brought in, and we finally decided to do so.
Now let me ask you this, Sammy, is there now or maybe in the future going to be like a ErbaQuest coupon code that maybe our users can use?
Yeah,
Or
actually, whenever anyone comes in and mentions the ErbaQuest or the podcast, then they're all going to get 5% off their purchase, no matter what it is. I mean, you want to come in and buy a shot glass?
You
for a
guys
couple bucks,
are
there you go, 5% off. You want to go buy one of our big LEDs? 5% off.
You guys are the
yeah.
fucking best,
Awesome.
man. Especially with Christmas around the corner. Now I know there's a lot of females and males out there that your better half or equal half or whatever is growing. You definitely need to stop down to Rochester Hydroponics, whether you're in Gates, whether you're in Webster. I love the Webster location personally because I live in Webster, so it's very close to me. I don't have to travel all the way wherever around Rochester to find that. So that's awesome, man.
Convenient. So
Thank you
convenient.
so much.
Do
Very
you guys do
convenient.
gift cards? Speaking of the holidays.
We have in the past,
Ooh.
but that would definitely be something you'd have to go in and speak when the owner here, so you'd have to speak with Dad. because he's the one that
Okay.
usually hands those out.
You give
Now
us
dad's-
that.
dad's name. What's dad's name?
Dad's name is Richard.
Richard. Just in case
Richard.
any of our listeners or viewers want to go in there and ask him by name, that that'd be kind of weird. You got a lot of people coming in asking for dad. Although, is that like a thing? Do people call him dad?
Yeah, people have come in and said,
No,
"Where's
because-
your dad? Where's dad at?"
Hey,
Because
Dad,
like
here.
me and my friends growing up, like we had a thing, we called each other dad. Like that was just like an inside joke. It might be like one of those, it is what it is.
I mean, if
Great.
any of my friends come in here, that's what they do. They come right in and speak to my parents like they're their own parents.
Thank you for coming on. We are
You're
super excited to see where this partnership relationship's gonna go. I think this is awesome. So thanks for coming on.
You're
Definitely
welcome.
stick around because we got Yuli's Entertainment next, right now coming up. So I got a little cool topic for you. Justin sent me over an article referenced from WebMD, right? Our favorite doctor, our internet doctor. So it's on how pot affects your mind and body. Now they say pot in the headline, so you know where that might be coming from. Or like who may have wrote this, like your 55-year-old aunt that doesn't like anything you do, right? So marijuana, weed, pot, dope, grass, right? They're different names for the same drug that comes from the cannabis plant. You can smoke it, you can vape it, you can drink it, you can eat it. You could probably suppository it.
You can.
You can.
Hey.
See, and the reason I said that is because I know my man over here with the education and all that that is relevant to our podcast.
Yeah, you
would
can rub
know
it
that
in-
shit.
You can rub it into your skin. You can
Yep.
put it into eye drops. Well, that might not be a thing.
It is.
Now, most folks, use marijuana for pleasure, recreation, but a growing number of people are using it for medicinal, right? I mean, because that's really what a lot of people use it for, but now it's more like in the open, in the public, that's what they're using it for. But here's what can happen when you use marijuana. We got some subject headings. Now, the first one is you can get high, right? You can definitely get high. It's mostly why people try it, right? They want to feel fucked up. They want to feel euphoria or whatever. They may want to trip or whatever, but I've never tripped off weed. I have puked once. I puked one time.
It's a green out.
My buddy tripped off of weed. It was an edible, and he ate like 1,000 milligram Krova.
I think there is like a point. It's not like you're like overdosing,
Dude.
but you've done too much. You've done too much. What do you think, Justin? Come on, what do you got?
Not this guy, and I encourage anybody to try to OD.
Yo, okay. Challenge
listen,
accepted.
I am
Hey,
coming
listen.
back with a Krova bar for you, and I want to watch you.
Have you
eat
tried
the
punch
1,000
bars?
milligrams.
Have you tried punch
I
bars?
ate a whole Rock Vibes apple crisp and stayed up till 3 a.m. cleaning.
But that doesn't mean that Rock Vibes doesn't have that. That shit fucks
it
me
was,
up.
No, it was good. It's me.
Oh, you're
I'm
saying
it's me.
that level. Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't there like
There-
something though that like I think there's like that
Let's
that
go-
thing that triggers.
Let's get the the scissor ones. They make THC scissorps that we can all mix in and see
Oh,
how long.
I gotta
we can- No,
infuse hash
it's not
rosin
alcohol.
syrup that'll fuck you up.
You all come at us with whatever you want. I'm
Not
coming
me.
with my Krova bar.
Don't come at me. Don't come at me,
You
bro.
guys are getting dished with 1,000 milligrams. I'm not even
So-
gonna see you for a couple days.
So the main psychoactive ingredient is THC, right? That stimulates the part of your brain that responds, to the pleasure, like food, sex, that unleashes the chemical, called dopamine, right? So that's how you get high. That's what everyone's chasing, which gives you that euphoric, relaxed feeling. But yeah, that's what can happen. You can get high. Now, if you vape it or smoke weed, the THC, it'll get into your bloodstream a lot quicker. That's why when you eat it or whatever, it takes a little bit of time. That's why if you're eating a brownie and it doesn't fucking do nothing, don't eat two. Just fucking wait, man, because you might be a little bit different. Like this
E-4.
guy don't even get high. He doesn't even get high. I'll take
I'm kidding,
one
I'm
bite.
kidding.
I'll take one bite of I'll just take a nibble, and if it's good, I'm already feeling the shit. I don't know. I'm weird like that. But yeah, it takes like 1 to 3 hours to wear off. They say for weed, but I think that's more in the THC content or whatever the hell you're smoking. Because I'll be
Smoking,
honest with you,
right?
I used to smoke some swag back in the day. Right? You pull down an Av, you throw you a bag for $20. It's like this fucking big, and you smoke it. And you're high for like 3 hours.
Yep.
Right?
Yo.
Now I smoke some shit I bought for $70 and I'm high for 20 minutes and I'm like, oh, now I gotta get high again. It might be a good high, don't get me wrong, but now I gotta get high again.
Might be your tolerance.
Yeah, I've been smoking since I was like 10
We
years
gotta
old.
take
man.
a tea break.
I was gonna say it's you're starting to smoke so many dabs, bro.
Now, it also may affect your mental health. Okay, guys, just be careful. All right. Not everyone's experience with marijuana is pleasant. It can often be, you can leave you anxious. Now, I've heard that, right? Even if people stop, they start up again, they feel like, oh, I got anxiety, or they get all bugged out because it's too much for them. I get that. So it can kind of get you a little panic, make you feel afraid. Now, it may, using pot, as they say, it may raise your chances for clinical depression, which is definitely true. As I fight chronic clinical depression my whole life, I know that for a fact, if I do start to get really depressed, that I have to ease off of it a little bit, because it will put you more down. So I would have to agree with that one.
I want to just jump in. I really 100% think that all of this is individual and also cultivar dependent. It's not like I know for a fact that my endocannabinoid system combined with a specific cut of Girl Scout cookies that I used to have that I grew, I can't smoke that shit.
Anxiety.
Yeah, there was some shit I smoked. I think
it tasted fucking delicious, but I cannot smoke that shit. The Girl Scout cookie, that specific cut, cannot do it. I got a cut of Girl Scout cookies from a friend for Veterans Day. I already shouted him out once, but I want to give him another shout out again. He knows who he is. And that shit was delicious and didn't make me paranoid at all.
Dude,
So it's literally like it's the same exact strain grown by a different person or a different cut. Two different things. So two different strains could be even much more vastly different. And it's just like your body versus my body is entirely different. This endocannabinoid system literally functions to regulate every other system in your body. They don't teach you about it in school. Why? Because then that would make it so that there was a reason to use cannabis. They couldn't have criminalized it for the past 50 years. You know what I mean? Like,
fuck you, Reagan.
The endocannabinoid system literally moderates everything else. There are sensors in your brain, in your back, in your arms, in your skin, everywhere. There's there's a couple of spots I think there's not, but like almost everywhere, it moderates every other system. So
that's wild.
That is crazy.
That being said, all of your systems are going to function different and therefore have different needs, right? And so the way that these cannabinoids work is a lock and key. If you have different locks that need to be keyed, it's going to affect you differently, especially with whatever's the overflow that's going to essentially flood your cells and be what's the toxic euphoria of it.
Perfect example, your Storm Shadow. That shit, you smoked it and you were like, yeah, this is all right. Here you go. Take this. I was like, oh, okay. I fucking let it sit in a jar for like a week, dude. I smoked it. I came upstairs. I was taking my shirt off. I was like, oh, fuck, what's going on? I was so baked. I had to lay down.
Shout out Rasta Jeff.
You know, when you lay down for a second and you're really fucking high and then you close your eyes for a second and you just start spinning. I was like, oh my God, I'm fucked up. I was too fucked up, man. And I called Justin the next day. He's like, for real? And I was like, dude, that was the best weed I've ever smoked in my life. And I still have it. Like you gave me like not even an eighth. I smoke a bowl once in a while because that shit'll just ace me, bro.
I brought a bag over it. I was trying to put it in a blunt. He was like, no, put it away. Put it away.
So now with the mental health, they say your thinking may get distorted. You know, marijuana can cloud your senses, your judgment. Obviously, we all know that to be true. People say dumb shit. They make stupid mistakes. I mean, really, it could distort your sense of time. You could hurt your motor skills and make driving more dangerous. It can if you're fucking shredded and you're not used to it. And I'm not saying that I drive high, but it's happened.
If you drive high, you're out of your mind.
You're crazy. Don't drive high.
I don't ever drive high.
Definitely don't drive high, but yeah. So, but it can heighten your senses. It can heighten your senses. It can make colors, seem brighter, sounds better. Obviously you get ripped and listen to a fucking new album, you love it, right? I've listened to albums completely shredded and I'm like, yo, this is fucking fire. Next day I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? This shit is horrible. while I'm drinking coffee trying to wake up. So, yeah, I can definitely get that one. Now, with marijuana, guys, with pot, you may get hooked. All right, you may get hooked. I know
100%.
I'm fucking hooked for the rest
I'm
of my
hooked.
life. About 1 in 10 people who use pot will become addicted. And that means you can't stop using it. And even if it harms your relationships, your job, your health, or your finances, the risk is greater the younger you start marijuana and the more heavily you use it. For instance,
I'm
the
one
odds of
those, so
addiction,
you guys are good.
the odds of addiction are 1 in 6 if you use pot in your teens. It may be as high as 1 or 2 among those who use it every day. I'm fucking addicted. I know people are like, oh, you can't, what is it? Jesus. Now I'm, see, okay.
Are you addicted or are you just
mental.
like, does it just set your levels? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
I'm addicted.
I'm addicted, man, because
I tried to do a tea break and I couldn't do more than 2 days. I'm addicted.
No,
100%.
I'm completely fucking blanking like an ass, but what is it when you like you're trying to get off a drug and you get the withdrawals?
Yeah.
Yes. People say they don't get that shit, but I get that shit, man. You get the bad tempers, the weird fucking dreams. Have you ever tried to quit pot and you get the weird fucking dreams?
For this article, we should call it
Bro,
the pot.
you are of a different. You have your whole native touch to the land. You know what I mean? Like you got like, I feel like you have your dreams. You talk to me about these dreams you have, and I feel jealous. Maybe other people do have them, but I'm like
me.
I'm
different.
dream like that.
Well, I'm not talking. Well, I'm a little different. I think I got a little bit of that native fucking
That's what I'm
wildness in
saying.
me, and I have some weird, vivid dreams. But when I've quit pot, when I've tried to, dude, oh my god, I can't even fucking. It's just fucked. So yes, that happens. Now, also with smoking pot, marijuana, if you're smoking it, your lungs may hurt. Obviously, it's fucking smoke. So, if you're new to pot, right, new to marijuana, dope, reefer, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and your lungs hurt, maybe go with some edibles, right? Maybe go with some edibles or something like that.
Anything going into your lungs is going to affect your lungs.
It's gonna fucking hurt, all right? And especially if you're taking bong rips, and that's from me personally. I know we all smoke bongs here. And I know you get that fucking lung butter in the morning. It's just like, it's just there, you know?
Lung butter.
So,
I think I consider it healing. Let it hang out inside there. It's repairing my cells from the inside out. And then I just,
It's protecting his lungs.
now let's get into, like the medical side. So it may ease your pain and other symptoms, right? So medical marijuana is legal in some, form in a major or in a majority, of states, and more than 10 states and Washington D.C. have legalized the recreational pot. So I love how they keep calling it pot. It's really fucking me up, man. Pot, like, come on. My mom, my like I said, my aunt that doesn't like anything I do calls it pot.
that's what I grow in.
I used to smoke pot, right? Or pot.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like the article should
feel
be,
like
they should be referencing it like the pot.
It sounds better than the people that call it dope, though. Like it's dope,
dope,
but
yeah,
at the same
that's
time, like
fucking
sometimes,
heroin.
yeah.
I hate people that call it dope.
Like
It's
that's
not
what my
dope.
dad used to call it when I was younger, and I used to be getting in trouble, and I was like, oh, okay.
Now the federal government's ban on marijuana has made it super hard, to study the effects for humans. Limited research shows that, medicinal pot might help ongoing pain. This is most common,
It helps.
It does, right? But
It
this
helps.
is the WebMD, right? It may help ongoing pain. It definitely fucking helps ongoing pain. Definitely helps stiff muscles or muscle spasms, for multiple sclerosis. Also, people with MS report stronger improvements compared to measurements, by experts. Obviously, an expert's not gonna fucking tell you, yeah, it's doing way better for you than the shit that you're paying fucking $200 a month for. Which, don't let me even get into that shit. Obviously, sleep problems. I know half of the people that I've ever seen or heard smoke pot is because they can't sleep at night, especially me. I mean, I know Justin for sure. That motherfucker has to smoke at least 3 or 4 blunts before he passes out because his brain's like, bah. I wake up thinking about shit, which is wild. But yeah, I mean, anxiety, obviously, I'm sure all of us here do it for anxiety. I don't know. Sometimes people don't get anxiety or don't have it, and so they don't really understand. But anxiety is a fucking crusher, man. That shit'll really it'll fuck you up. That'll fuck your mental health state up. But yeah, nausea, seizures, epilepsy. I mean, it really helps for everything, man. Now, you may feel hungrier, guys. All right. You smoking pot, you might get hungry. That's what they're telling us here on the WebMD.
No.
So make sure you got some nice snacks in the fridge there in the cupboard, all right?
It's not true.
It's not true?
No.
Been
I have
skinny your whole life,
lost,
huh?
30 pounds in the past year.
I know I get super hungry. I've been hungry my whole life, and it just made it way worse.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Taco Bell definitely knows our address. So
Taco Bell. I can't do that delivering shit, man. I don't know what people are doing that shit.
Why? The weed. That's why.
Yo,
too much
weed.
weed.
Talk about Taco Bell real quick. I just got to do this. Whoever this dude is, thanks for throwing your whole Taco Bell at my car or the other night. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Just know I know. Just know I know.
What's in there?
Nothing. It's just literally a box. It was
He ate it
thrown
all?
at my truck.
He didn't even give you a taco?
I don't even know. No, there was tons of tacos in there. He must have not liked it. Anyways, now messing with all this, it could harm your heart, right? That's what they say. Marijuana makes your heart work harder. Normally the heartbeat, is around 50 to 70 times per minute, but that can jump to about 70 to 120. Obviously, we know that. Now, if anyone ever was smoking pot in high school and got caught with it, you went to the nurse's office and they took your fucking blood pressure, right? And they're like, oh, you're definitely high because you're the blood pressure. Swear, has that happened to anyone else?
It's like
ever?
Your blood pressure's not up because you're in trouble as a kid with like, get out of
right.
Here.
That's how they used to get us in good old Eastridge and Irondequoit. But yeah. Also, I remember one time I broke my ankle severely, and we were on the way to the hospital. And I was like, I was crying and shit. I was a mess. I was like, roll blunts, and they're fucking rolling. I'm smoking blunts. I get there and they're like, oh my god, your blood pressure's super high. I go, so am I. Don't give me any fucking, I don't want any of that shit. That was at the time of the really bad opiate epidemic around here. I lost a lot of friends in that, so I was like, I don't want none of that shit. I was like, I'm high, and they're like, you can't do that. Whatever. Yeah, also for the drinkers out there who like to enjoy some drinks, obviously it intensifies the drinking experience. I don't know how the fuck people do that shit because it just used to make me puke a lot. So, but I know that people like to mix that. That's kind of weird. So be careful. Also, don't drive.
It's always good if I would drink and finish the night with smoking out, but I couldn't do both. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say, when I go out, I can only take 1 or 2 dabs, and that's it. If I only drink 2 drinks, and then I can't go any longer.
It's weird now that I don't drink and I just smoke. I'll go out, we went out, I smoke weed, and I'm fucking looking around, and it looks like you're watching children.
Yeah,
it's wild.
For real. Everybody.
No, it's fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
Grown ass people that maybe you just had a very intelligent conversation with. 10 minutes later, fucking acting like a fool. Acting like a fool. So, yeah, maybe make the switch.
So.
I told my man, I was like, yo, because he's trying to quit, right? So shout out everyone there trying to fight their addiction.
Hell yeah.
Pot's going to help you. You just need to moderate yourself. So here's the thing. If you're trying to quit alcohol, I got a really good solution for you.
Smoke weed.
I did this a little bit because I sometimes I like the taste of beer. So I grabbed some old duels, right? And I would pound an old duel and I would fucking get ripped and I'd feel high and I would get the taste. So I'm fucking good, right? Try that out. See if it works for you.
Smart.
Now, I like how this article at the fucking bottom of the article says connection to cancer is unclear. Bullshit. It fucking helps. All right. If you got cancer, fucking that's horrible. Right. Anyone that has it's just bad. I've watched tons of my family go through it. Friends go through it. Chemo fucking sucks. Weed's going to help you, man. Fucking
there's some studies out there that are looking
shit
into the fact that it might even be anti-cancer or help fight back against cancer.
It really, I think it does.
I know it definitely, the reason they prescribe it for cancer mostly is just to make the end of life a little less painful and more painless.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. You know what I'm trying to take a dab at the same time.
I got you.
Now, to end it all, right? To end it all, because if none of that shit fucked you up and made you not want to listen to, or read the fucking article at the bottom it tells you how to use it. Yo, it says you can use rolled cigarettes or small handheld pipes, water pipes called a bong, right? Which is my favorite. I love that one. A cigar that has been hollowed out and refilled with the marijuana called a blunt. That's my guy right here. He loves the blunts. Sticky resins drawn from the cannabis plant. Resins often are loaded with much higher amounts of THC than regular marijuana. Now, that's my guy Logan right here. So, that concludes the Yuli's entertainment. Fucking WebMD is wild. I'm not really sure. This shit was published August 19th, 2021. So they still got some fucking learning to do, I feel like. But yeah, so that's it, man. So
that's why I sent it to you, man.
I just want to, number one, first I got to shout out X-Rated Premium because he's fucking doing huge things right now. He's actually bringing back the gifting, the ferrying. So
Bud Fairy.
The Bud Fairy. So he's doing that shit. So make sure you follow X-Rated PC on Facebook. Check their Facebook group out. Make sure you join that. Make sure you follow them on Instagram. And obviously, Sammy, right? She made it all the way through. She didn't leave us, right?
She's here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming on. We really do
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it. We appreciate everything that you're doing for us. Justin?
I wanted to give her a minute to just shout out all your socials. We're gonna have the links in the show notes anyways, but like tell the people right now where
Right,
they
so we
can
got-
follow.
Do it right now.
Facebook
Tell
and
'em.
Instagram. So Facebook is under Rochester Hydroponics, Webster Rochester Hydroponics Gates, because who can English today? Instagrams are linked through our Facebook. They're under the same names. You know, we all have our own. We have our emails here. If you wanted to, find them on the Instagram or the Facebook. At least we're very responsive on there. So
What
if
are
anyone has
those?
questions. What?
What are those? Those emails?
So it's gonna be either Samantha or Rich, and they're both at RochesterHydroponics.net.
Awesome. .net people.
.net.
Beautiful. And I encourage everyone, even if you have been to the gates, make sure you go down and check out the Webster store because it is beautiful. I like it. And it's like down in the back and like it's freaking awesome. You walk in, you feel like you're doing something good. Well, maybe a little wrong. I'm just kidding. But no, it's an awesome spot. I love it. And actually, you might even be able to grab some pizza if they're open. I don't know.
Why was I going to say that?
Because
that's what you guys wanted last time you
Oh
came in
my
here.
God.
That's why I said it, John, because I'm always thinking of you. Right?
See, no, you gotta
I'm
get up to the
hungry.
cookie guy. The cookie guy he's got such good cookies in there.
The cookie guy.
The cookie guy.
Yeah, the cookie guy above me. Get some
Oh,
cookies.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're great
to
friends
the
with
left
him.
of the
We love
pizza
him.
shop. Yep.
All right, I'll be right there.
We
no,
should
but
start, we should start. Never mind. That's a topic for off here. Anyway.
All right, so
don't forget to check out the Patreon, people. www.patreon.com/ErbaQuest. Right? If you want to keep the better quality, let me just say what it is. If you want us to get better quality coming your way, we got to start getting some of your support. We appreciate Hydro's support. That is going to go a huge way for us to be able to move forward, going
Huge.
to get better cameras, stop using Zoom as a platform, right? Like, let's call it what it is. We wish we could have better equipment, but we are also developing the app, which is very expensive. So we need things that are going to directly support the podcast. So if you want to see us with better quality, not on Zoom, not in separate rooms, like, hit up the Patreon.
yeah, for sure. And we're gonna have like cool content that coming that's just exclusive for them.
Exclusive
I'm
shirts.
pretty sure.
Exclusive
so-
merch.
So make sure you sign up for that, man, because you're gonna have shit that no one else has, right?
And if you want to
wants
be a part of the
number one.
community for free, or even just support us for free, hit like, hit subscribe, please do all that. Turn the notifications on so you don't miss new episodes every now and then, especially if you're on one of the audio only platforms. It may not come out on the exact day. So we're working on that. We're trying to get that turned back on. But if you have those notifications turned on, you'll find out when it does come out. And if you want to get part of the community, hit up the Discord, right? That link will also be in the link tree. So follow those. And other than that, people,
Stay lit.
Stay lit.
informed.
Stay lit. Stay informed. Peace.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the ErbaQuest podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, as well as follow the links below so you can stay lit and stay informed.